Welcome back everyone, you find me here working on the Mégane. Now in the last video we just taxed the car and it went off to the garage for a bit of a check over. They found a few issues, so the car spent a few days there. One being emissions. That was down to a small hole at the front of the exhaust, which was repaired and the emissions were tested again and the car sailed through no problem. One of the other issues was an imbalance on the rear brakes, so that was addressed as well. The brakes were cleaned, everything were put back, tested again, and another job ticked off the list. So, what have I been doing the past week or so? Well, I've taken the car out and done probably in the region of about 100 miles or so in it now, and generally all is going well. The car is steering fantastically. The ride quality is incredible for what it is intended to be, a sports coupe. Compared to a modern car, because the wheels are smaller, the tyre profile is taller, it just seems to ride over bumps incredibly. I went over a level crossing and it was as if it weren't even there, yet the car still handles really, really well. It's really tenacity in the level of cornering grip. There is a little bit of body roll, but like I say, the car grips fantastically, so I really can't complain in that sense. Even the family's been out in it with me and it seemed to meet with everyone's approval, which is always a good thing. So what am I doing now? Well, there is one ongoing issue, which was a small oil leak. Now, I've identified this to be the sump plug. So, done a little bit of research. There are actually two types of sump plug washer that was available for this car, and I think I installed the wrong one. I basically did like for like with what was on the vehicle when I got it. The only problem being is I couldn't be certain that the person who did it last before me had done it right either. So what I've done is I removed the old rubber one, drained off the oil, which is only done, as I say, about 100 miles, and changed the sump plug washer for a copper one, which I've then torqued up to 20 Newton meters. I also put some PTFE tape around the threads, which I've been advised by a vehicle technician that I could do that. It wouldn't cause any problem. So you see me here actually putting the oil back in. So as I say, if alarm bells are ringing, you're wondering why I'm putting used oil back in, it was new oil I did only put in, and it's done, as I say, around 100 miles on. So that's the oil back in, oil level checked, and checked around the sump plug, no signs of any more leaks. I have actually been checking this again periodically since I did it. It's actually probably been about a week at the time of this video airing, so I can say that job is definitely done and dusted now. There were of course other jobs that needed doing, one being this rear wiper. Now the problem with this one is I've not been able to find a blade, a suitable blade for it. As you can see, the old one is completely shot. The actual the rubber's perished to the point where there's no blade on it as such. It's just got a flat piece of disintegrating rubber. And there was also a cover at the centre that was missing. I actually found a replacement wiper arm. It wasn't much more expensive than what a blade would have probably cost. So I actually just bought a replacement. Now you can see from in the video it is ever so slightly shorter. It did state it was for this vehicle, but there are some subtle differences. It's clearly a third party manufacturer. So obviously I've just sprayed a little bit of penetrating fluid here just to help me get that bolt off. This tool I'm using, quite a useful piece of equipment. It's basically a puller for getting wipers off. So you've got 2 legs with little hooks on that just go underneath the wiper arm, and then you've got a threaded bar that runs through the middle. Tighten that down, it pushes against the spline in the middle and just forces the wiper off. So a few turns, hear a click, and that's popped clean off. I will be using that tool again a little bit later. So out with the old and in with the new. So just setting that back in place where we want it to be, clipping the new blade on. If only all jobs on this car were this simple. So I don't have any torque settings on this fitting, so it was just a case of doing it up finger tight, getting my ratchet and just doing it purely by feel. Of course we will give that a thorough test as well, just to make sure everything is fully operating as it should be. And here we go. Pretty good coverage as well. There is an area at the top of the screen that doesn't get cleared, but when you sat in the driver's seat, you look in the rear view mirror, you'd hardly notice. So I said that tool would be getting used again. I need to reset here the driver's side wiper. It was actually removed earlier in the year to repaint the wiper arm, and when I did that I actually put tape marks at the bottom of the windscreen to try and set the wipers back to where they were before removal. Obviously this one must have got set slightly lower. When the wiper is at the top of its arc, it weren't actually coming parallel to the A-pillar. It weren't that obvious from outside, but when you were actually sat behind the wheel, it was quite noticeable, and it left a big sort of dirty, uncleared area in the along that side of the windscreen and up at the top corner. So that definitely needed to be addressed. So same method as before, just put the tool on, hook it over the edge and wind the thread until it pops clear. Then all I've done is just manipulating that wiper into position where I want it to go to. Obviously don't want it to go too far. I have actually had it on trucks where wipers have come up so far that the wind's caught them and actually taken the wiper down the side of the vehicle, so we definitely don't want to be going too close to the edge of the screen. So we've got that now where we're happy, so it's just a case of tightening that up, and then that will be another job that we can tick off. So there'll still be plenty more videos to come on the Mégane and other things. I've also got an event lined up with this vehicle as well. So if you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos coming along. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And any thoughts on the video, drop us a comment below. Thanks for watching.